Long and short needle embroidery is a commonly used method of embroidery. Generally, it is used for large area monochrome or multicolor filling satin embroidery. Large area filling pin spacing is too long. It is easy to get empty in the middle. The length and short pin embroidery pins will always be fuller, and multicolor filling will also have a more layered feeling. Let's go first. Look at the short and short stitches of simple patterns when there are fewer colors. Filling with long and short stitches of simple patterns requires dividing the pattern into 2 or 3 parts or even. Before embroidery, you can first grasp how many layers you need to divide into, and then in the middle. It is okay to mark the position by marking the lines or embroidering it based on your feelings. Well, long needle embroidery can start with the edges. However, for beginners, in order to better control the direction, it is recommended that you first embroider a long needle from the middle. Then beside him. The length of a short needle is about 2/3 of that of a long needle. You can also control it yourself. Then continue with long needles. Then there are short needles that intersect each other in length. After embroidering half, embroidering the other half in the same way. Let's look at the second floor and the second floor. We need to put it before. The small gap left by the short needle was filled with the small gap left by the small gap left by the short needle. The pin position can be the pin next to the previous layer. It can also be on his pins. Then the descending position comes down to the edge of this pattern. The first line of long needles before turned into a short needle, and the short needle next to him turned into a long needle. Let's take a look at the multi-layer embroidery method of long and short needles. First, the first row is the same long needle, and then the short needle is interlaced. When embroidering the second layer, you can connect long needles and short needles, or short needles or long needles and short needles and short needles. Anyway, this is okay. What we demonstrate here is just a long needle, and then we take a short needle and then the short next to it. Let's build a long needle. We also have to put the pins at the bottom of the bottom layer at the edge. Because the more embroidered the last one, the more true the false, it may become more and more closely, so the lower the level you reach, you can perform appropriate needle reduction. This is done. For long and short needle embroidery with more colors like this, the drawings will mark several colors together. We will use the remaining line and our preferences. If you have matching colors, you can have this kind of layer and no need to complete it layer by layer. As long as you use long and short pins to fill one. Just complete the color of one color.